Hey guys, I hope you're all having a great day, and today I'm gonna be doing my May wrap-up. The first book, I actually read 8 books, sorry, I forgot about one because I don't have it physically with me, and it is Almost Adulting by Arden Rose. I read this book I didn't read it actually, I listened to this book as an audiobook in the beginning of April because I'm doing an April-May wrap-up because I don't do one every month. Almost Adulting is a memoir / autobiography by this YouTuber named Arden Rose. I will link her channel down below if you would like to see. She is really, really nice. I really love her. I love her content. She isn't scared to talk about stuff that not a lot of YouTubers would talk about, like periods, hygiene kind of stuff, all the things that girls don't talk about. She talks about it, and it's really, really nice to know that someone cares and that someone will talk about it even though it's kind of taboo. I give this book 4 out of 5 stars, and I might not do a review about this book because it's been a really, really long time. I will link my Goodreads review though, but I will probably not link any video because I probably won't make one. The next book that I read in April was the fourth book in the Percy Jackson series, The Battle of the Labyrinth by Rick Riordan. So this is the 4th book, as I said, so I'm not gonna be talking about what it is about because I would be spoiling the first 3 books, obviously, but I'm just gonna say that Percy Jackson and his friends have to go to this underground labyrinth because they have to save the world. Again, what a surprise. I really enjoyed this book. I was so clueless the entire time when I was reading it because the ending was so amazing. I was so surprised, and I don't know why I didn't see it coming. I've got no idea. But yeah, a review will be coming, but of the series as a whole, I'm not gonna be doing like separate reviews of each book because it's gonna be way too long, and I still haven't read the last book yet, so it will be a little while before I do the review. Next book that I read is The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. So this is the French book, obviously, because it was written firstly in French by the author, who is a French. I really, really love this book. This book made me cry, and I was not expecting that at all. I thought it was just like a really fun child book, but it is just, as a child, when you read it, I guess that you don't realize what's happening really, and when you read it as an adult, it's totally different. You see things that were not that they were not there, but you don't expect them to be there, but they are, and it's just was so amazing. A video review will be coming soon of this book, and I will also make a video comparing the book to the movie very, very soon. And I give this book 4 out of 5 stars. Then the first book I read in May was Eon by Alison Goodman. So this book is such a good book. I give this book 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is a story about a boy named Eon who is training to become an apprentice in this world where there are dragon spirits within the 12 animals of the Chinese New Year thingy. I don't know how to explain it. It's really, really hard. But basically, they have 12 spirit dragon animals that have powers, and with their powers, they can protect the land and stop hurricanes, stop anything that could damage their land. And the Dragon Eyes are the persons who can control one of the animals' power. And so Eon is trying to compete, well, not to compete, but to train to become one of them, to then have powers. But actually, Eon is a 16-year-old named Iona. So she is trying to become a Dragon Eye, but she cannot because she's a girl, so she's dressed up as a boy. And yeah, I really, really love this book. Next week or the week after I post this video, I will be uploading my review of this book, so beware. Then I quickly read Dads Are the Original Hipsters by Brad Getty. So this book is really, really just a small book. I read this book when I was just in the car, waiting for something, waiting for someone. And it's just so fast-paced. It's just really, really funny to see that all of the trends that we have today were like there when our parents were teenagers. And it's really just funny to see that we are not at all originals. The trends that we have are not new. They're not new. They are from 20 years ago. So I'm just gonna give you like small example, like tube socks. You know those things that we wear all the time and we think that we're cool? Your dad was wearing those. So it's just really funny to see that everything that we do, everything that we wear, and it's not original. It's just not. And there you go with the jean jackets that are coming back. So it's really, really funny, this book. Then I read the second book in the Eon duology, Iona by Alison Goodman. This book, wow, I gave this book 4.5. Actually, it would be more like a 4.7 out of 5. Not giving it a full 5 because I had some issues with it, but more than the first book, I love this book way more than the first book. So in this book, as you may guess with the title, Iona has to reveal herself to the world by being a lady dragonite. So of course there are some people who are not having it, who are not happy with that, and she's gonna have to prove herself that she's worth it. But also there is a big antagonist going on. It's gonna have to defeat it, and everything is just falling apart, really. Then I read Dusk by Susan Gates. This is a book about a girl named Dusk, whose genes are mutated with an ox gene. So she has night vision, she can see really, really far, she can smell things really, really from a far distance, but they didn't put her wings. So that's the only thing that is not hog about her DNA, I would say. This book it had really, really good potential. I really, really was intrigued with the story. I thought it was really, really great. But the way it was written was really disappointing. Not much was happening. It was written in third person, so that made a little problem with me, because when it's written in third person, I feel like you cannot really connect with the main character. And in this book especially, there were no main characters. There was like Dusk and this guy named Jay who meets her at some point, and he doesn't really understand what she is. But you don't really get to know their feelings, how they feel. You get to know their thoughts. But I just feel like it's not the same. And it was such a small book, and a lot of stuff was happening all at once, and I felt like it was too much at the same time, and it really was not for me, this book. And finally, I read Knots and Crosses by Mallory Blackman. This is a reread. I read this book 4 years ago, so it was a long time ago, so I didn't remember much of the book, so it was really nice to put myself back into it, and I remembered the ending because it was heart-crushing, but it was really nice to see all of the characters, because I only remember the main two, Steffi and Callum, but I knew that she had a family, and Callum had also a family with brothers and sisters, so I was really intrigued to know what was going on, actually. And if you don't know what this book is about, it's in the world where knots are white people and crosses are black people, and the crosses are the rich and famous people, and the knots are the poor and enslaved, well, not enslaved, but like not rich adult people, and they work for the crosses. So it is completely a world turned upside down in this reality, and I really love the fact that the author did that, because it's an interesting point of view. In this book, Steffi is a cross and Callum is a knot. So you already know that she's gonna go down. It's obvious. Things are not gonna go as expected. So in the beginning of the book, Callum is accepted to go into a crosses school. So people are not all happy about it, because he was going to this school because he wants a higher education that in his not school they don't provide, so he wants to go to this school, but things don't go as planned. He and 4 other knots are accepted to the school, but not really accepted. So yeah, the teachers don't recognize them as being like valuable students. I don't know if I can say it like that. And just in general, people are just really mean towards the, well, everybody's mean toward each other, obviously. But it was a really interesting read. I will make a review of this very soon because I want to talk about this, and I want to read the next books because I want to know what's gonna happen next. And yeah, I give this book 5 out of 5 stars 4 years ago, and I'm still giving it a 5 stars because just the meaning behind it is so powerful, and I really love it, and I really want to read the next 2 books because I really want to know what's gonna happen there. So that was it, guys, for this video. I hope you enjoyed. What books did you read this month or in the past few months? I would really like to know. Have you read any of the books that I have read? What did you think about them? So yeah, I will see you soon with a new video. Goodbye.